Hey, so we're live another Tuesday. How are you, Liam?
I'm good. I'm good. Had a very
Nice.
fun weekend. Still somehow recovering from it, of course.
always some story there.
Yeah.
So today um this podcast, this Tuesday's topic is how to learn English as an adult, and that's something that a lot of people ask because there is a saying. I don't know if you saw it already, but there is a saying that people say like, "Oh, I want to learn it as a child. I want to learn it as a kid," or like,
Mhm.
oh, kids learn so fast. How can I learn as a kid? Like, what do you have to say about that?
Well, as nice as it would be because of the neuroplasticity and things like that. Um, Unfortunately, Back to the Future remains as fiction, so can't do these things.
Yeah,
Okay, so we have to. Try and adapt to things that fit our reality, right? We can't just do something haphazardly or wish that we had done something earlier. We have to
right.
start what we can, right?
Yes. And well, obviously, you didn't learn English as an adult, but you learned Portuguese as an adult,
Uh
didn't you?
Sort of as an adult. Like I was 17, right?
Well, that
So
is old. I
well,
mean, that's
close
not a
enough to an
child.
adult. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I say an adult, like when you're already fluent in another language, you already have like,
Right.
like you're starting from scratch at an old age or something.
Right. I mean, for me, the trick was like it was a necessity for me because
Mhm.
like I was living in Sao Paulo at the time.
Yeah.
I am once again. Um
Yeah.
and
Hello.
like I
There's
was oh,
there's some
there's some
fire in the
let,
comments.
let- let me switch my to comments here.
Fire.
Yes. Oh yeah, fire. Yeah, it is pretty warm in Sao Paulo today.
Yeah. Yes, pretty warm here too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, so it was like it was a necessity. Like I was in a course in a school just somewhere around here, and it was very intensive. Like it was mostly focused on grammar,
right.
but
But was
in
there
order
the
for me to
place that you
function,
learned? Did you
yeah,
learn how to speak there? Like, was there the place
yeah,
you
they taught grammar, vocabulary, the whole nine yards, right?
right
The same things that I now teach for
in
English,
English?
right? Same kind of
Yeah.
thing.
How long did it take you
It
to go
was
from
two
nothing?
months.
2 months from nothing to speaking?
Yeah,
That's all.
but
Oh,
there's a,
okay.
there's a caveat. It was about 200 hours of study in those 2 months.
Wow. Okay, how many hours a day? 5? Like
Six.
6? Yeah.
Yeah, it
Were
was
you
six.
sick of
It was
it, like,
six
at some
hours a
point?
day, 4 days a week. Well,
Okay.
I kind of just treated it like a job. I didn't do anything else, so it
But
was
weren't you, like, sick of it at one point? Like, "Oh, I don't wanna learn this language anymore," or something like this? Or you were just so
well,
into
no, it was the excitement in my day, like
Oh,
because if
yeah?
I didn't go to the school like on the like I would work 4 days. I would go to school 4 days a week.
Okay.
I was quote unquote unemployed, so
Quote,
I
unquote,
just
"young."
yeah, like 17 and living on my parents' dime, right? So
That's not
um
quote, unquote, that's reality. I was 17, like, you were 17.
yeah, right.
It's the wrong
Yeah,
usage of
I
quote.
was given an allowance and just been like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Um
Well,
no.
but, like, tell me
It
something, not everybody nowadays can go to a school like 6 hours for 2 months, like 6 hours a day for 2 months.
yeah.
That's the majority of people in the
Yes.
world. And
Yes.
what do you think? I mean, you didn't experience that. I was a little bit different because I started learning when I was 15 to 16, but I also like 24/7 because I was living in other countries.
Mhm.
But like, what do you think people should do nowadays if they want to learn either English, Portuguese, any other
Well,
language.
yes. I mean, obviously, 6 hours a day, 4 days a week is not the solution for the vast majority of the
I
population.
thought you were gonna say like obviously study 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. I was so
Obviously,
confused.
it's not the solution for the majority of the population,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But you have to constantly find ways to expose yourself to the language as much as possible and make yourself as reliant on it as possible, right? It needs to
Wow, that's a nice
feel like
one.
it's
Give an
almost a
example.
necessity.
Give an example of being as reliant as possible.
Like you need to find a love for English music or something, or you know, find a genre of shows or movies that you're going to watch all the time so that you feel that you're actually enjoying it as well,
Yeah.
right? I mean, for me, the enjoyment of Portuguese was going to bars and drinking, but you know, it's very it varies from person to person, right?
It's very specific. Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
But I think that's the key, actually, like really enjoying the process. Because if you
Yes.
enjoy it, that's why I don't recommend studying 6 hours a day, because at some point you're going to get sick of it, usually, normally. Or
Potentially.
probably like whatever you do that is an obligation, I feel that it
Mhm.
turns out to be not enjoyable in the end, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's me.
yeah.
I
For
I
me,
get
it
tired.
was like I would like I had finished high school a semester early because I did some things, and then that was like the end of my high school studies was
Did some things,
Portuguese.
but okay.
Yeah,
Some things. Okay.
some things. Yes.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you finished early, so you could take those months, like those semesters,
Those.
that semester off.
Yeah. I just like I finished early, and then I took a semester. The last semester was just in Brazil, and then like
Nice.
which ended up being more formative than the first 3.5 years of high school, but
That's like an exchange program.
kind of, yeah. I mean, my mother sent me here to meet my family or something like that, you
Oh,
know.
that's why you were like, I want to go in the school for 6 hours.
Well, I was living with them, right? Like, and when like I wasn't in the school, I was just at home doing nothing, and that
Yeah.
was
So yeah, that was something to do.
it was something to do. It was like, okay, I'd have to cross the whole city, you know, take a bus, the metro, another bus, you know.
So even though it was really long, you enjoyed it. It was something
Yeah,
fun.
because it
It
was
was
like a
nice.
social thing, right?
You're looking forward to do it,
I met
doing
friends
it.
there that then ended up introducing me to more people, and yeah, so
Nice.
yeah.
Fun. One thing that I did was totally different. My experience is totally different than yours. I didn't go to school. I didn't have like anybody teaching me the grammar or stuff like this first. So I did not learn in 2 months. My intentions was not like I'm going to learn to go to bars, so it's very different than yours.
That
But
wasn't the only reason.
that is my main goal. Hi, Anna. Good evening, Anna. Where are you? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Liam just woke up. I'm kidding.
Well, no, I woke up an hour and a half ago.
Okay. Oof. Well, so I learned traveling, and there was one thing that I used to do. Well, first thing, I loved music, songs,
Hmm.
definitely. That was my passion. So I wanted to listen and understand. But the second thing is I made a diary for myself
Hmm.
and a notebook, whatever people want to call it. But I started writing things that I wanted to tell people or I wanted to say, but I didn't have anyone to talk to
Hmm.
because, I mean, very different situation than yours. I didn't have friends in that place. I had
Hmm.
acquaintances,
Yeah.
people that were there, like convenient, friends or whatever it's called,
Sure.
but people that were there for the same reason at the same time. So we just lived together, but we weren't friends.
Right.
So I wouldn't share everything. So I started learning how to write. And fun fact, I don't know if that's a fun fact, but like
We'll
five
decide how fun it is.
it might be a fun fact. Like 5 years ago, I found one of those notebooks of mine, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, that is so cool!" Because there's so many mistakes on it, like grammar and writing, like misspelling. But I was like, that's what I was doing. I was like like in the van, like going to castings, writing, or waiting, and I
Mhm.
was writing. I even wrote music, like in my head
Yeah.
for
Right.
so like because I was trying to make rhymes and finding words, and then I would listen to like Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, Avril Lavigne, get their words and
Uh-huh.
put it into my songs.
Uh-huh.
And I
Rumor
think
has
that
it I sang Backstreet Boys on Friday night or Saturday
what
night. Rumor has it that I sang Backstreet Boys on Saturday night. I'm not sure. That's
rumor
what
has
I
it that you
heard.
were saying Backstreet Boys.
That I sang Backstreet Boys on
Oh, you
Saturday.
sang.
Yeah,
Oh.
at like 3 in the morning. Maybe that's it's the rumor. I don't
Do you
know.
know their songs?
Well, I sang it, didn't
Yeah, I don't know. Rumor has it. I wasn't
I?
there.
Rumor has it.
I just
Rumor
want to.
has it that I was
I
pushed
want to
onto
double check it.
stage.
Do you know their songs? Are you a fan of theirs?
I know a few of them. I know a
Okay,
few of
so
them.
you might have then.
I might have. Yeah,
I
might have.
want
Yeah,
it.
that was the one. Of course.
Okay.
Like
Tell me
I
why.
don't know.
Oh, that's such a good song to
I didn't
sing.
even. I hadn't even put my name on the karaoke list, but apparently, I
Oh,
was obligated to sing. So
okay.
I was pushed onto stage, and I'm like, okay, I'll sing. Okay,
Okay, cool.
these
Oh,
these
but that's
random
a
people
nice
I've
song.
never met before.
That's a great song. It's like,
Yeah,
especially the tell me why part, it makes you want to like hold a microphone, you know?
yeah, and that's part of the appeal, right? It's like you have to find a reason, not that makes you need to learn it, but makes you actually want to learn it,
Nice.
right?
That's it. Yeah.
That's the difference. Because if you're like, oh, I need to learn it for work, or I need to learn it for an interview,
Yeah. That's
it,
the obligation thing that I
yeah,
said.
that's an obligation. You have to find a reason that you want to learn it.
Yeah.
Right, maybe you
And
want to understand music, maybe you want to travel, and there needs to be a want and not a need for you to
nice.
truly commit to it,
True. Like
right?
even if there is a need and an important need, make it a want. Like make it something that what is there, for example, like okay, I need it for my job or something, but what is like what am I gonna have with that? Like once I accomplish that, what am I
Hmm.
gonna be like? And that's what you're aiming for. So it's like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the interview, so it's something that I need, but afterwards, what I'm
yeah,
going
I
to get
want to
so much
improve
better.
my career, I want to have these opportunities, I want, yeah, you have to turn it into a want.
Yeah,
Because if you make it a need, it feels like a burden, like something you're
exactly.
forcing
Oh,
yourself to do.
Denise has asked one, and you can tell me about that in Portuguese, and I'll say in English. What
All right.
were the biggest mistakes that you would make when you started learning English or speaking English? And were you speaking better than your grammar knowledge? Woo.
Hmm. For
Uh,
me, it was the use of do que.
oh, that was your mistakes.
That was something I always forgot. I remember they taught a lesson on the use of do que, and then I kept forgetting to use it. Like
I
melhor
need
do que
that lesson.
isso, right? That do que. And I remember the teacher. His name was Hisi, the best teacher at the whole school by far, right?
Yeah,
And he had taken a marker, and where it says "do your jumps," he wrote "do que" on my arm,
because you
and
kept
then
forgetting.
after that, I never forgot it again. Right?
Nice. What was mine? Those questions, they are actually hard to answer
Yeah,
because
because for me, like the lessons I took were grammar, so it's hard to miss grammar.
and in my case, like it's 20 years ago. Imagine that.
Yeah,
That's the thing. And when I started learning, I wasn't aware of how good my English was or how bad it was. So I didn't know. The only thing I knew and I remember was the reaction of people.
Yeah.
Right. So like, oh, if people reacted good, it's because my English was okay. If people reacted bad and they didn't understand certain words, it's because I was making mistakes constantly with that word. So that's how I kind of measure myself at that time.
Yeah.
But one thing that I constantly made mistakes was the past tenses of English, because there were no rules.
The irregulars, yeah.
Irregular verbs. So I was like, I didn't know how to say the past tense of buy. And for many, many times I said buy it. And
I mean, the thing is, it's like, does it get your point across? Yes.
It did, but
is it wrong? Also, yes.
And I remember that was such a nice girl and such a nice reaction, because I said, oh, I buy it this yesterday. She's like, oh, you bought it? Nice. You know, you're so nice.
The semi-subtle
correction. But I was like, how many times did I say it wrong before and nobody corrected me? So that's so, but to answer your question, the biggest mistakes was past tense, that I was always confusing, and when to use get and when to use take. Those were confusing to me. Like, oh, I got a job. In Português would be eu peguei trabalho, but I would say I took a job, until like now.
I mean, they both work in two different contexts, but yes.
Yeah, but in my way, it was like I got a job, like I was successful, I passed the interview, so I got it. I took it. It's weird.
Yeah, because if you take a job, it's kind of like, I accepted a job because I needed one.
So it was not. It was like I was successful. I even like a gift. I got it. Like they presented a job to me. It was like that.
If you get a job, it's an achievement. If you take a job, it's because you need it. It's kind of
I took your job. No.
Well, no.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but like I could say, like, I got a job as a CEO, for example, right? And but then I can say I took a job as a janitor.
Yes.
Right.
Like not the best, but it will pay me. Yeah.
Like I was forced to accept this job as a janitor, versus like I got an amazing job as a CEO of.
So what I wanted to say always was the get, because when you're a model, anything that comes is great. So like, I got it. So that was to answer Vinicius after like 30 minutes of talking about this topic. And if my speaking was better than my grammar knowledge, that's also hard, because I don't know how much of grammar I knew at the time, but I think so. But I think they walked together, you know, like as my speaking was getting better, my grammar was getting better.
Yeah. And learned purely through immersion. So you were listening and correcting and adding the words at the same time.
At the same time. And I was trying to learn from native speakers a lot, like Canadians, Americans, British. So I was trying to imitate their accents, you know, so they're talking to me. I tried to talk and sound like them. And then I remember so much, like there was one guy from Slovenia that he kept correcting a Brazilian girl. And I was scared of talking, because it was like, he's going to correct me too. So whenever he corrected her, I paid attention. And I remember so well that he corrected her double negatives. Like, oh, I didn't do nothing. And he's like, I didn't do anything. So that was something that was like, okay, that's how you say it. Or like gonna, I saw people saying like, oh, I gonna do it. And then a guy said, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I didn't understand why. So actually my speaking was better than my grammar knowledge, but my grammar was good.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't know why.
You didn't know why, but you still did it. Yeah.
I copied. Yeah. And I was like, why I am gonna? And then there was one girl that's just like, I don't know why. It just is. And I didn't like it.
That's like how native speakers that aren't English teachers, it's just like, I don't know why we speak like this. We just do it.
Yeah.
And then like when you take the course to be a teacher, it's like explains you why. And these things you would never learn otherwise.
Yeah. So my grammar knowledge just became actually knowledgeable when I
Mhm.
started teaching because I was aware of the rules because I
Yeah.
wasn't back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You probably know a lot of more rules of Portuguese than
I
general.
mean, I struggle with that like estarei kind of thing, the more complex future tense that like no one ever uses.
Nobody, I was, yeah. So nobody
Well, I've
says
heard some
study.
people use it. Like it's kind of like, oh, and then there's this one tense where it's like I can't remember what it was. It's like I see people using like chegarei, right? Like
Yeah.
I will. It's like this tense that does not exist in English whatsoever.
It's will.
No, but I can't remember what it was. It's like I remember there's a memeable speech of Dilma talking about I don't know what, some
Oh,
nonsense, I'm
Dilma?
sure.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. But people like refer to it and then like make jokes and put other context on it, right?
Hmm.
Right? And it's something about her saying like it's not 300, right? And I didn't get to 300 or something.
Yes, but the
And it's like,
percentage.
and then she goes, "Shegare," right? Like so dramatically, right? People use it for like, how fast did you get in your uno da firma or whatever, right? And it's like, no,
Okay.
it wasn't 300, it was 200,
I
talking about
I don't
something
remember. But
incredibly recklessly, of course.
I yeah, but we have a lot of future tenses in Portuguese.
Yes, and like I really only know the simple one.
Simple one. But I
Yeah,
think that's enough.
it is enough, but there is like I'm acutely aware of other future tenses that exist,
Okay.
but like I never use them, nor do I
Right.
know how to use them.
All right. I'm like Googling the other tenses because I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, but there's a specific one that I actually looked up one
isn't
time.
it daria, compraria, chegaria? Isn't that
Maybe,
okay?
maybe.
That's good.
Hold on. Let me take a look here. I have it here because I was asking
Good.
ChatGPT about it at one point because it was extremely
Okay.
confusing.
Find it. 'Cause we have chegará, irá,
I
chegaria.
think maybe this, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, but the
There's
thing
a
is
future
this is the same tense but a different vocative.
in Portuguese. No, but there's like a future like intention one or something like.
Maybe it's the one that it says like you are going to do it, like you will do it.
Yeah, but there's chegará amanhã,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, because it's you, not me, or it.
No, because okay, hold on. There's
Okay,
a guide here. There's ear and infinitive. That's the one
let's
that I
learn some
like
Portuguese.
use all the time. Okay. No, but there's like yeah,
Best Portuguese.
futuro de indicativo, I think is the one,
Tudo de indicativo. Okay, let me.
right?
All right, I don't
So
know their names, but okay, I think is this. That's what I was looking at
okay,
before.
eu chegará, ela
Não,
chegará
eu
amanhã.
chegará is impossible. Ela chegará. Eu
Ela
chegarei.
chegará amanhã.
Isso.
Ok.
That's
Eu
will.
partirei amanhã.
That's will.
I know, but I like in Portuguese, I don't know how to use this.
Oh, basically everything's with I do is a, and she, he, it is, and you is a.
Okay.
Basically,
Like it seems so unnecessary, and it
yeah.
doesn't it
You just
doesn't
put
work with my
you
English
just
brain.
put vai or vo, or and that's
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
And like nobody blinks, nobody bats an eye, right?
No. Yeah.
But
When
there's
you
a
use too
whole
much
thing.
these conjugations in Portuguese, when you use them too correctly, people are like, "You're so
Why are you
formal."
speaking so formally?
Exactly. Like
Shit. And then you can say chegarei.
there's a what is her name? That the one that in the politician Erica Hilton, I think that she says, "Eu não tolerarei."
Tolerarei.
Yeah,
It's the most ridiculous thing.
I
Like,
won't tolerate. Eu não tolerarei is like, and people were making jokes like, oh my gosh, she has a very good, like her speaking is great because it's hard to say that word.
I know, but like, there's no, like, for me, it seems like there's no actual like reason you would ever use that in normal conversation. Like, I feel like it seems like every time I see someone using it, it's like in a speech or something.
Right. I think it shows it shows your presence, and it's formality. So it depends where you're speaking.
So it's like the opposite of like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I use it comedically at times, but I try at least. But
And that works.
I would never use this tense in like an actual like normal, like I would only use this ironically, right?
Yeah. Ironically is enough, or very, very, very formal, but even then, not needed.
No,
well, let's go back to our topic. So
yes,
how to learn English as an adult. If you can give these people that are watching and the ones that will watch afterwards one tip on how to learn as an adult, what would you say? Or how to improve what they already know, because everyone here already speaks. I know them.
So you need to make it a passion. That's the thing.
Number one thing.
It needs to become something that you want and that you don't need. You need to find a way to change it to a want. Nice. And other than that, of course, create as much immersion as you can, even if it's artificial immersion, right?
AI.
Well, not necessarily AI, just like,
artificial
movies, shows, things you add into your life, right? Right. I'd say that's artificial, because natural would be like, you go to a place and you're forced to use it.
Yeah.
But that's not possible for a lot of people. So you have to, artificially add things to your life, such as music, movies, this podcast, for example, where, you're purposefully adding things.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're living somewhere, that's different. That's necessity. That's more natural. But if you're adding things to your life to induce the language onto yourself, it's much smoother.
Nice. Oh, I just found a thing that we can put the comments in there.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
A little bit, but
that's a function. Okay. Yeah. I just clicked on something. I was like, curious kid, like, diddy. But yeah, I agree. Totally. Like, especially like, make it a want and not a need, not just a need. I think that anything that you really want, you go for it.
And it's not like, oh, you should, find a song you like. No, you need to find artists and genres and have as much variety as possible. You need to find something you really like. You can't choose like a particular artist just because, oh, they use complex lyrics or something. No, you need to find music you actually like, enjoy listening to.
Yeah. What I found, and I always recommend it, and I think Vinicius here will know, and Anna too, because I'm constantly talking to them and tell them about this. There is one TV show that is called, now I forgot. No, Norton Graham Show. Do you know Norton Graham?
I don't think I've heard this. Hold on.
No, Norton. The Norton Graham Show.
Norton Graham
Show.
All right, let's take a look.
It's for Irish.
No, I have. Oh, I've seen clips of this. Okay. Yes.
I always recommend, because it's such a fun show, and he gets people like artists, celebrities from all over the world. So he doesn't interview one person. He interviews like four or five people sit on his couch. And one is American, one is Australian, one is British, one is Irish, one's Canadian. And they're all having conversations. So it's great to have fun, to practice listening, to listen to other, accents and expressions. And also it's fun because it's a show. So there are different people there. Like if you like Tom Cruise, he went there. If you like Taylor Swift, she went there. If you like Jackie Chan, he went there. So like you can always find somebody, and it's great. great space to practice listening and have some fun and listen. And
Yeah, I guess that's why I never learned that past tense, that present, that future tense, because there's no fun use of it.
yes,
There's nothing I can watch, listen to that's fun. It's just Dilma talking about nonsense, apparently.
unless I don't know, but I think there are some comedians that
Hmm.
are very smart, and they will talk in that way and also make fun.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's more of an ironic.
yes,
Yeah.
very. So you
Yeah.
might find it.
All
So
right.
yeah, so your tip was make it a want and not a just a need. And
Yes.
mine would be and output your learning.
Yes.
So you listen, you immerse yourself, and then you put it out. Record yourself, talk to the
Yes.
mirror,
Find
sing
some way to
songs, write
force production.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just learn it, but you also have to expose yourself to it, like put it out there.
Yes.
Practice speaking different ways, practice imitating people, practice doing stuff by yourself,
Yeah.
read out loud,
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. There's many different, but it sounds almost silly to like, oh, you need to want it, not need it. It's kind of, but it makes a lot of sense, because when you
Yeah.
actually, like, you create a need based, it has to be based on an actual desire, not,
Mhm.
oh, my boss wants me to speak English at work.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, that's your necessity, but try to make it something
Try to
desirable.
make it something you want. Oh, I want to do better at work so I can have more money to spend on beer or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Beer, whatever it is.
I don't know what people spend their money on. I don't.
I don't know. Beer is my
Well, I don't even drink. I've been sober for 8
yeah,
years.
that's weird. Your examples. Okay, it was awesome, Liam. I don't want to prolong us so much. Thank you again. Next Tuesday,
Yes.
we're gonna be here, same time, same
Yeah.
place,
Have we chosen a topic, or are we going to reveal
different
that?
topic. Well, next week, as we are like in this Black Friday coming,
Mhm.
I think we're still on the topic of like learning, and maybe we'll talk about um, uh, easy sentences. We're gonna figure it out, like how to
Right.
really communicate, how to get out there.
Okay.
Like, what are the
Okay.
first things you need to know in English?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Because
Sounds good.
aside of grammar, like really
A
talking.
little, a touch of grammar with a bit of. Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Yeah,
I'll see you next week.
but people have to be here to see.
Yes. Yes.
See
Of
you
course.
next Tuesday.
All right. See ya.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you.